Hi, I'm Sequoia, founder and CEO of 7am, a personal development education platform that keeps you accountable. So, today we're going to talk about toxic relationships, but not toxic in the way that you may think. Toxic in a way that may actually seem normal. So, we're going to talk about 5 very specific key components of a toxic relationship. And the first one is the blame game. That is continuously blaming somebody over and over for a mistake that they have made a long time ago, but you continuously bring it up time and time and time again. That is so unacceptable. Once a mistake is made, you guys communicate about it, you move past it, and you leave the past in the past, okay? The second one is passive aggression. So passive aggression is never okay. It's like when someone does something and instead of saying, hey, this is what happened, I really want to fix this, or you feel a certain way about something, you don't communicate it. You decide that you're going to nudge them in a certain way, or you're going to behave in a certain way that they should get it, versus saying this is actually what it is. So passive aggression is just something that is totally toxic in a relationship. So what you should do instead is actually just have a conversation. Say what it is without being aggressive, period, and get it out in the open, communicate about it, and find a resolution to it. The third one, blaming your partner for your emotions. Your partner is not responsible for your emotions. You are responsible for your emotions, okay? So if something happened to you and your partner is coming home, he's sitting on the couch or she's sitting on the couch, and you're like, listen, this is happening to me, and they are not engaged because maybe they're on a phone call that they're dealing with, or they have something else that they're dealing with, whatever it is, and you're just like, this person's just not listening to me, this person's not engaged, and they are making me feel sad, or they're making me angry. No, you're making you feel sad and you're making you feel angry, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go back and you want to address those feelings within yourself, because they're not your emotional pedestal. They're not the person that is going to provide you that support system all the time. It's nice when they do, but you should not expect them to always be there emotionally for you, because they're your emotions. They're not their emotions. So fourth, and this one's really interesting, is buying your partner's love. When something happens and your partner is, coming and showering you with all these gifts all of a sudden, and you guys have never communicated about what happened, that is toxic. You have to have a conversation, because one, you never solved the issue. So you don't know where to go now with this issue, because now you have this new Gucci bag or these new Louis Vuitton shoes or whatever it is, and the issue still exists. So forget the bags, forget the shoes, have the conversation. And fifth, last but not least, using the relationship as blackmail. This one is so not okay. It's when something happens and you threaten the relationship. If you don't do this, then we don't need to be together. Or if you go to that party, then you can kiss this relationship goodbye. That breaks down the trust barriers, because the person's always going to think that you're going to abandon them. They're going to think that you're always going to leave them. It's very, very much expected to have issues in a relationship, but do not threaten the relationship, because the trust is gone and then there's no foundation, right? So those are my 5 key components of spotting toxicity in a relationship. Try to solve it. Try to work through it. Communication is normally the key to do that. So make sure you communicate all the time, and not in an angry, frustrated way, but in a loving, compassionate way. And I know that seems like, oh, that's easier said than done, right? Take a breath. When something happens, take a minute, and when you're ready, have that conversation. But all those other things, although they may seem normal, are very, very, very toxic, okay? And if you can't get past it, then maybe it's time to move on. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching. Again, 7am.life. All this great, valuable information that you guys can learn on goals and accountability, how to have that great relationship, how to communicate properly. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because we're always coming out with new and exciting content with a lot of great experts who work with the best of the best in the industry. All right. Thank you so much, and have a great day.